like to use Nuvo Gilding Flakes, which is a product that I have never used before. So I saw a tutorial someone did a while back. I actually ordered these to kind of learn to use to make my sister's wedding invitations. My sister bumped up her wedding by like a year, so I didn't have time to learn how to use the gilding flakes, so I ended up giving the special gold sparkle on her wedding invitations. I just use heat embossing and embossing powder to do that. So I still have these gilding flakes that I wanted to learn how to use, and to go with it I picked up the embossing powder from Ranger, which is the sticky embossing powder. I believe that's the right one. So I've never used these before. I just kind of opened the package a little bit when this came in, and it made a big mess, so I'm anticipating a big mess. I've just shot a couple of videos before this. Please forgive my inky fingers. I just finished a tutorial for my galaxy backgrounds. I'm not sure what order these videos are going to be uploaded. I'm filming a few of them to go up the next 5 days because I'm going to be on the Thanksgiving break with my family, so I wanted to make sure that I had some content ready to go. So I'm dirty and I haven't showered yet today. I wanted to get all the mess out of the way before I did that. So with these gilding flakes, I figured I would kind of learn how to use them in front of you and mess up and make a mess. I thought that I might try to make some thank you cards for my sister, make a set of thank you cards for my sister as a gift for her wedding that she can use to send to her wedding recipient, the givers of her wedding gifts that she's probably due to get at her wedding in January. Her wedding colors are purple and gold, and those are the colors that I did the invites, and I still have plenty of the paper, the colored cardstock left over that I did for her cards, so I thought that I would give it a shot. I hauled earlier this morning in another video, which will be previous to this because I'm going to have that one go up before, but I picked up on clearance this Crisscross Flowers background stamp from Whimsy Stamps. I don't have a lot of background stamps. I think this is probably only my 4th or 5th one ever because I use a lot of patterned papers. But this was a great price. I believe it was $4 on clearance, plus I got 20% off, and it's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I just couldn't. It kind of looked like a basket kind of weave, maybe a honeycomb with flowers. It's gorgeous. I absolutely love it. I should go back and see if they had any more background stamps. I didn't even think of that. So I'm going to give that a try, and I have that already placed in my stamp tool here. My other tools that I'm going to be using are some Versamark ink and baby wipes, of course. Always have my baby wipes on hand. I'm going to be using my Derice heat tool, and that's about it. So let's get started, I guess. I grabbed another piece of paper towel here just to keep the gilding flakes on. I opened it up briefly when I first got, I think the gilding flakes came from Hallmark Scrapbook and Crafts, and I opened it up and it made a big mess. So I thought this is this large 12 by 12 piece of scrapbooking paper actually is stained on the other side, so I couldn't use it for anything, so I kind of held on to it someday thinking that I might need it as kind of a cover sheet. I don't normally cover up my work surface. I don't mind it getting inky or gluey because I can always wash it, but those gilding flakes are messy. And I thought that I could possibly siphon the flakes back into the container if I had something on it. So let's give it a shot. I have my stamp tool all ready to go with the stamp. It's a nice brand new stamp, so I might have to stamp it a few times to get it to work. I'm going to be using a whole background stamp, so I just took a few pieces of washi tape and kind of placed it where I need to place the corner of my paper. It's not perfect. I'm not looking for perfection. I just wanted to make sure that it was going to work because I can't use the magnets because this background paper is going to cover the whole thing. No problem. So I'm going to cover, should I? I should. Let's use the, I don't know if the anti-static powder tool is even going to matter with the gilding flakes, right? Let's not use it. Let's see how it goes. It's not embossing powder, so, and plus I'm going for sticky. I'm going to really ink up And I can't use the magnet, so probably hitting this straight on the second time probably isn't going to work. Oh, one thing I did forget. Let me grab a coffee filter for that sticky embossing powder. I didn't even think of it. But don't worry, I got plenty. I get my coffee filters at the Dollar Tree. They're not very good quality, so I don't recommend them for actually making your coffee unless you're desperate. But for collecting powders, and sometimes I'll put sequins in them or little die cuts that I'm trying to hold still. I'm probably really overdoing this, but it is a brand new stamp. Okay. I'm gonna press down really hard, make sure I get the whole surface. Cover my ink. I wonder if, could you put the gilding flakes directly onto the Versamark? Because probably not, right? Okay, oh look at that. It came up on the paper, so I'm just going to press it down a little bit more. Pull up. Oh wow, yeah. That's stamped beautifully. First time. Get my embossing powder. This is sticky embossing powder. It's supposed to be kind of glue-like even after it's embossed. So let's see. This is, I did not use my anti-static powder tool on this, and I guess it maybe wasn't necessary. There's a little spot that didn't, maybe it's just me flawed with this stamping, and that one little spot didn't come out great, but whatever. If this works, we'll just cover it up with a sentiment or something. Alright, my heat tool, gonna let it get good and hot. Again, I have no idea what I'm doing because I've never done this before. I'm being careful not to let my heat tool go towards the usual flakes, and just cover that up. I can just imagine the mess it's gonna make. It's not unlike clear embossing powder. It's melting a little bit faster, I guess, than what I normally use for embossing powders, so that's cool. That looks done to me. Okay, so it's supposed to be sticky. Oh, it is sticky. It's not super sticky. Oh my goodness, that's so fun. Okay, so I guess what you're supposed to do is take a pinch of gilding flakes and kind of rub them on. Covering the whole area. This is a lot of fun already. It is super messy, but I will tell you this is a lot of fun. I already think that this is the kind of project that Leah would like to do with me. So I just took a bigger handful and I'm just rubbing them in. Rubbing them in, all of the sticky. Maybe I shouldn't be touching that part with my fingers. Rubbing it in. I'm trying to be gentle. A little more. Whoa, that was more than I intended to grab. It all kind of came out together. Yikes. Yikes, I don't know what I'm doing. Alright, cover the whole thing. And then I think, if I remember correctly, I'm supposed to take a paintbrush and kind of dust the excess off. Maybe with my finger. I can see definitely some spots got more than others. Oh my goodness, this is gorgeous. Oh my goodness, how much fun is this? Oh, there's a whole spot right here that got missed, but my finger's been on it this whole time, so I probably, the oils in my fingers probably moved away all of the stick. Sorry. Sometimes my words, and I'm speaking towards the page, so my breath is scattering what's left of the flakes, so I'm going to back up my face a little bit. I'm blind, I wear glasses. So I'm just giving this a dust here. I guess that came out okay. I don't know. I don't know if it's worthy of showing off on a gift, but it definitely, this is something that I would cut up to use the... Oh my gosh, I'm so stupid. Okay, so that breeze scattered it, but look at that. That's so beautiful. I love it. Let's see how easy the cleanup is to try to get the Nouveau Flakes back into the jar. If it's even intended to do that, or if these are all a lost cause. Everything that I've pulled out. I just breathed on the page again. Okay. Or if it's even worth trying to conserve. I think it was probably $6 or $7 for that container, and it's still quite bulging full. I'm not sure if I need to be so cheap about it that I would want to try to save every last smidgen. Let's keep going and do another one and see if I get better at this thing. That's beautiful. I'm gonna siphon my embossing powder back in there. Let's try it again. This time let's use the anti-static powder tool and see if it helps maybe after... Sorry, I like to clean as I go. Let's see if it helps maybe after kind of keep some of the flakes off of some other areas. I don't know if it'll work or not, but this is all in the name of science. This is my first time, so. Gosh. I don't want to set my powder tool down in all the gold. Okay, so let me place my paper and let me get my tool and I'll give that a shot. Let's just cover that page. I don't know if it's worth the effort or not, but we'll just compare. We'll see. Rustmark is next. This stamp stamped beautifully right out of the package first time. I love Whimsy stamps. Okay, I think I got the whole surface. Look at that, the gilding flakes. Ah! Hopefully I'll develop, if I use this product more, I'll develop less messy methods of working with it. I'm already freaking out. I don't like mess at all. Or I should say I don't like mess that looks like it's not repairable. Alright, and last time I pressed it down one more time. Pull it up. Oh my goodness. I don't know if that just smudged. I don't know. Let's find out. Get the tool out of the way. Let me get the embossing powder over here. This really pours out quite fast. I've used Ranger embossing powder before. This powder is heavy. I guess that's the only way I can explain it. It's a lot heavier feeling than other Ranger embossing powders. It's almost coming out too fast because I'm not pouring it properly. I'm trying to pour it like it's a regular embossing powder. This is my first time using this sticky embossing powder as well. Okay, heat tool time again. There goes the gilding flakes everywhere. I just vacuumed. I'm gonna have to do it again. Okay, here we go. More gilding flakes. I've got a couple of big chunks. Maybe I'll start in the center and kind of gild my way out. Instead of the corner. Oh, trying not to touch with my fingers. Again, look at my mess. Yeah, I think my daughter is going to love doing this. It is quite fun. And this effect is, it's gorgeous. These are absolutely gorgeous. I only have it in the gold, but now I have a burning desire to collect all of them. Okay. So kind of working off some of the excess. What I like, except for that one spot right there that I just pressed too hard and messed up, is it's not rubbing off a lot where it's supposed to be, unless I do what I just did and press too hard. Right there, you can see I pressed too hard and moved some of it. Not good. Not good. But again, if I use this, I'll just cut that part off, or I'll cover it up with something else. No point in letting stuff go to waste. And what do I do with that paintbrush? Just kind of get some of the excess off, some of the excess powder. Interestingly enough, I think with the anti-static powder tool, I'm getting some gold flakes in some spaces that I didn't intend for it to be in the middle here. That could also be because I don't think that I got as clear of a stamp this second time. I don't know. Okay, I think I figured it out. I'm just going to have to get the vacuum cleaner and just vacuum the top of my desk off. And it seems that I make more mess trying to reserve some of the gilding flakes than I do just being sparing and grabbing more if I need to. So I think that's going to be my thing. Okay, so here's the second one. And the first one, I got a better stamp when I did it the first time. I'm loving the gold and the purple together, of course, but it's such a beautiful gold. I suspect the more I keep doing this, obviously with a more practiced hand, I'll get better at it. But these should make some lovely, lovely thank you cards for my sister, and well, and her fiance. They like gold, apparently. But yeah, those are kind of my final thoughts. This is a lot of fun. It's relatively easy to do. I think it just takes a more practiced hand, which I will practice. I certainly have the supplies to keep going, so I'm going to do a few more of these. But that's pretty much it as far as I can tell. If you have any pointers or anything else differently that I could be doing, please let me know. If you have any advice on how to kind of minimize the mess and reserve some supplies, I'd appreciate that. I don't like waste. But this is a lot of fun. I'm glad that I have it, even if I couldn't use it for what it was intended for. I'm sure that I'll find other ways to use it. I'm thinking this might, oh my god, I just spread more. Might be fun with a sentiment stamp. Making some gold sentiments and things like that. Now this one I didn't get a good stamp on either. It's kind of too light. Let's see how it comes out with the embossing powder. Oh, it still covered it. I didn't put as much pressure on one side as the other. Mess everywhere. I'm trying to ignore it. Gonna have to vacuum. This is a lot of fun, and this is definitely something that my daughter can do as well. Oh yeah, look at that whole area right there, which is not, doesn't have any embossing powder at all. That's okay. We'll still get use out of this. Need a little bit more flake over here. my goodness, I just rubbed some off again. Oh, it definitely takes a practiced hand, I tell you. I wouldn't. I'm glad that I went another route for my sister's invites. It's a lot of fun. It's not quite as easy and intuitive as I initially thought. This definitely takes some practice, a more skilled hand. I'm just kind of going through quickly now and dusting some stuff off. I already know that this piece, I'll probably cut a few pieces off to use, but I already know this one is kind of, I have to call it on this one. It's not going to make it, folks. It's not going to make it. Anyway, so thanks for joining me. I need to go get my vacuum now, and I need to vacuum up before I get seriously angry at myself for making such a big mess. Thanks for joining me. I had a lot of fun, and I hope that this kind of encourages you to try something. Try a medium that you haven't used before, and just give it a try. You can't do anything worse than just make a big mess and have to vacuum. Take care. Have a great day.